My God! Arsenal shocking news. Bombastic confirmation now. Fans don't believe it. Supporters, stop everything you are doing because what has just left the Arsenal is simply unbelievable. A gigantic twist that can completely change the direction of the season. And you need to know that now. A few minutes ago, a bombastic confirmation left the fans in shock, and believe me, no one expected for this one. What does this mean to the future of Arsenal? Is it an imminent disaster or a great opportunity? Stay with me until the end because this news can change everything. And let's go to today's news, but first just check it out if you are already subscribed to the channel, because the next videos will be a series of content that will help you stay informed about everything related to Arsenal the Gunners. Activates the notification bell and select the option All. Done that, we will send everything last minute that comes out of the behind the scenes Arsenal. Gunners, we have a goal of likes to hit this 95 like video. In the last video, we hit the goal in less than an hour. Proof that it is rooted Gunners and leaves the like for us to hit this goal soon. The tension at Emirates Stadium reached new levels recently when Arsenal was fined a $65,000 by the English Football Federation, FA, due to the inadequate conduct of its players during the match against Wolverhampton Wanderers. The incident occurred 43 minutes into the first half, when young defender Miles Lewis-Skelly received a straight red card after an entrance to Matt Doherty. The decision of referee Michael Oliver caused immediate outrage among the Gunners players, who surrounded the referee in a vehement protest. Despite the warm reaction on the field, Arsenal has managed to keep the composure enough to secure a 1-0 win with a decisive goal by Ricardo Calafiori on 74 minutes. However, the celebration was overshadowed by the controversy surrounding Lewis-Skelly's expulsion. 3 days after the confrontation, the club appealed the decision, and the red card was annulled, resulting in the revocation of the suspension of 3 matches that had been imposed on the young talent. The FA, however, maintained its position firm in relation to the behavior of the players during the incident. In an official statement, he stressed that, regardless of the reversal of the red card decision, the way Arsenal athletes confronted the referee was considered unacceptable and not consistent with the expected standards of conduct in professional football. This significant fine raises questions about discipline within the cast and the club's relationship with English football authorities. Fans and sports analysts are divided. While some believe that the reaction of players was an understandable emotional response to a controversial decision, others argue that professionalism and respect for arbitrary decisions should prevail, regardless of circumstances. For Gunners, the focus now should be to learn from this episode and ensure that in the future emotions are channeled in a way that they do not harm the club, both in terms of reputation and financially. The season still reserves considerable challenges, and maintaining the discipline will be crucial to Arsenal aspirations in domestic and European competitions. And you, the Gunners fan, do you believe the club is on the right track to resume glory in the fields? Write "I believe" in the comments if you trust Arsenal will win the next game. Your voice is critical to boosting the team towards victories. Meanwhile, behind the scenes of Emirates, strategic movements are underway. The Arsenal recruitment department has its eyes facing new talents that can strengthen the cast and bring freshness to the team. Speculations indicate that club scouts are closely monitoring young promises on the international scenario, seeking investment opportunities for players who can develop and become the team's pillars in the future. The search for new talent is not new to Arsenal, which historically has a tradition of identifying and nourishing young players, turning them into world-renowned stars. This strategy not only reinforces the main team, but also demonstrates the club's commitment to the development of football on a global scale. Let's go, Arsenal! In the comments, it is believed that the title is still possible. Together, we can inspire the team to reach the top and bring the trophies back home. The integration of new young players requires a careful approach. It is essential that the club provides the necessary support for these talents to adapt to the Premier League style and the English football culture. In addition, effective gambling and expectations management is crucial to the continuous development of these promising athletes. The crowd, always in love and demanding, looking forward to news that may indicate a bright future for the club. It is expected that, with the combination of reinforced discipline and the incorporation of new talents, Arsenal may not only overcome current challenges, but also establish a solid foundation for future achievements. Declare, "I'm Gunner." If you support the team in any situation, victory or defeat, his passion and dedication is the fuel that drives Arsenal to seek excellence inside and outside the lawns. The season is in full swing, and each match becomes crucial in the search for the goals set. The union between players, coaching staff, and fans can be the differential necessary to turn challenges into triumphs. Therefore, keep supporting, vibrating, and showing the world the strength of the Arsenal family. Write confident if you think Arsenal will win away from home this week. His confidence inspires the team to do their best and fight for each point, regardless of the place of the match. The road to success is paved with hard work, dedication, and above all, a loyal fans base that never stops believing. Together we can overcome any obstacle and celebrate the achievements that will surely come. Let I support. It is believed that Arteta is the right coach for the team. Your support to the technical command reinforces the confidence and stability necessary for the team to develop their maximum potential. The season reserves intense emotions, and each fan plays a vital role in building a positive and motivating environment. Keep demonstrating your love for Arsenal and is an active part in the trajectory towards success. Declare, together for the top four. If you still believe in the classification for Champions League, with unity and perseverance, we can achieve prominent positions and guarantee our place among the best in Europe. The passion for Arsenal transcends borders and unites people of different cultures around a common goal: to see the club triumph. Keep the spirit high and keep supporting the Gunners in every step of the way. Comment, "I trust the shirt." If you think the Gunners will go around, Arsenal's history is full of overcoming, and with its unshakable faith, the team will find strength to reverse any adverse situation. Walking can be challenging, but with determination and tireless support of the fans, Arsenal is designed to achieve great deeds. Together, we will write new chapters of glory and celebrate the victories that are coming. Write Gunner de Corazon if you are ready to support the team until the end of the season. His dedication makes all the difference in team performance, and his voice echoes on and off the field. And now, fan, what is your opinion about this phase of Arsenal? Do you think the fine was unfair? Do you believe the club should seek reinforcements to minimize cast problems? Leave your comment and participate in the discussion. But what if I tell you that the worst may still be coming? Because, fan, if you found this fine of $65,000 absurd, get ready for something even more revolting. Arsenal is being relentlessly targeted by the FA, and the recent history of punishments for the club raises a very serious question. Is there persecution against the Gunners? This is not cheap conspiracy theory. These are facts. In recent years, Arsenal has been fined and punished disproportionately compared to other clubs. Remember when Liverpool surrounded the referee in 2022 after a controversial decision and received only one warning? Or when Manchester United had an identical situation and was the fine almost 3 times smaller? Why does only Arsenal suffer this kind of heavy penalty? Now imagine if this keeps going on. What prevents FA from increasing the fines further? What prevents new dubious suspensions at crucial moments of the season? If they have already taken us points last season with controversial arbitration decisions, what keeps them from doing it again when we are competing for the title? Do you think this does not directly affect our title chances? Think about it. Each time a player of ours receives an unfair red card, each time we are fined or harmed in a decision, the morale of the cast falls. Players begin to feel that they are playing against everything and against everyone. The atmosphere in the club is tense, and this directly impacts performance on the field. Have you ever stopped to think that maybe this is exactly the intention? If you feel this revolt in your chest, if you are tired of seeing the Arsenal being treated as easy target, leave "do unfair" in the comments. Let's show that we are attentive and that we do not accept this kind of persecution. And while FA imposes unfair fines, Arsenal continues to face another major problem: injuries. This is something that can end our season if not resolved quickly. Kai Havertz, Gabriel Jesus, Bukayo Saka, now Rice Nelson. What is happening behind the scenes of Arsenal to have so many injured players? Is the medical department failing? Is physical wear and tear being poorly managed? Or are training forcing our players too much? The truth is that no one talks about it, but there is a very serious structural problem in the club. If we continue with this injury pattern, we will not have enough cast to compete until the end of the season. No matter how good our starting lineup is, if the fundamental pieces fall one by one, our campaign can collapse in a matter of weeks. And here is something no one wants to admit. Mikel Arteta may be making the same mistakes that Arsène Wenger has made in the past. Any older Arsenal fan recalls that in the last decade of Wenger, we have suffered from chronic injuries, important players always falling at crucial moments, and an absurd dependence on young promises without enough experience to hold the pressure. Now see our cast. A talented but constantly missed team and forcing injured players to return ahead of time. Doesn't that seem familiar to you? If you feel that the Arsenal urgently needs to review this situation before it's too late, write Strength Arsenal in the comments. We need to press the club to take action before the season goes downhill, and don't think bad news stops there. Because as we deal with injuries, fines, and unfair decisions, there is something even more worrying. Arsenal may be about to miss a great market opportunity. The club scouts are keeping an eye on Rodrigo Moura, a Portuguese football jewel that can be the perfect reinforcement for our offensive midfield. But here's the problem. Manchester United and Real Madrid are also interested, and if we don't act fast, we can lose this hiring to one of our main rivals. And you know what that means, right? Once again, we'll see a world-class talent going to an opponent while we stay behind. If this happens, it will be the repetition of what we have seen before. Remember when we lost Cristiano Ronaldo to United? Arsenal was ahead in the negotiations but hesitated. United acted fast and secured a player who became one of the greatest in history. Now we can be on the verge of making the same mistake. Will we repeat this failure again? And if you think it can't get worse, if you hold on. Because a former Arsenal player who has been sold for a very low value is simply destroying in European football, and now Arteta may be sorry for the decision to let him go. Should Eddie Nketiah have come out instead of him? Did Arsenal underestimate his talent? Imagine if, in the future, this player becomes one of the most lethal strikers in Europe and we have to watch it from afar, knowing that he could be here in our cast, making a difference in the decisive moments. Is that what do we want? Continue losing talents that could be fundamental to our success? Don't wait. Send to 3 WhatsApp contacts that cheer for Arsenal as well and write, I am Gunners Raiz. That today, God will open the right doors for you, for sharing our work and helping us. Now I ask you, is Arsenal really ready to fight for the title? Or are we more vulnerable than ever? With FA persecution, a questionable medical department, injuries accumulating, and the possibility of losing crucial reinforcements, the club may be moving for another season of frustration. And that's not all. There is one thing about Arsenal that few have realized, but it can completely change our future. A big decision is being discussed behind the scenes, and if it is made, it can be a watershed for the club. But is it a positive change or a disaster in sight? If you want to know what is coming and how it can directly affect Arsenal, stay tuned, because this story is still far from over. Thanks for watching here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to continue receiving the next content. Now go to our playlist that will appear on the screen, or in the comments set with all the last-minute news from Arsenal, and stay on top of behind the scenes, highlights, last-minute controversies, transfers, all about Team the Gunners until the next video.